Okay, I love the countdown.
All right, hey, welcome back to Sticksboy73 channel. We're doing Doctor Who Rewind this week. We're doing our second part of The Empty Child, The Doctor Dances. I'll introduce our panel. We got Joe's Doolin.
Filled with allergies.
He's a little under the weather, but he's here.
Yeah, Joe's dealing with allergies.
Yep.
Jedi Jonathan 22. And Mama Bear. Hello, Mama.
Hello.
Hello, Mama Bear.
Sorry, hello, sweeties.
There you go. All right. So when last we left off, our crew, I guess we'll call them, they were faced with the doctor, the medical doctor that they were talking to had just turned into a gas mask wearing alien being, or whatever we want
a name for those.
Yeah, we know. I'll talk about that at the end of the show, I guess.
Yeah,
because there's not a name for it, but there's a reasoning behind it that come towards the end of the episode here.
That was a little creepy. I'm not gonna. I wasn't on last week, but I was watching along with you guys, and I gotta admit, watching the doctor, that thing come out of his the mask come out of his mouth or nose or whatever, that was a little creepy. That was kind of I don't know. It almost had shades of like what's that Black Mirror show that's on now? I mean, it wasn't like stellar like effects, but it didn't suck. I thought it was a little creepy, to be honest.
A little Black Mirror, a little classic Twilight Zone, you know.
Yeah.
There's some of that in Twilight Zone, yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot of moments in this show that are, you know, considered like that really dig into that creepy fear factor with you. For me, it's the library. That's one that always leaves me just a little unsettled. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah,
I have no idea.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah. All right. I'll welcome our lone watcher,
What's up,
Terry. Thanks for stopping in, Terry. I appreciate you. So we'll go through here real quick. Again, our cast. We have Christopher Eccleston as the Ninth Doctor. We have Billy Piper as Rose Tyler, and
I've been catching up on my Billy Piper. I took Pete's advice. I started watching Penny Dreadful.
To
get my Billy Piper fix, I guess.
It's been a long time since I've seen that. What do you think of that show?
Penny Dreadful?
Penny Dreadful was good.
I like it. I like it so far. I just finished season.
I can't remember whether she was a mouth breather in that one too.
I don't know. I'm not looking at her mouth too much.
That takes place after she's on Doctor Who, so maybe she.
Yeah, I think that's 2014. I think.
Yeah,
just clean shit up a bit.
Yeah. So, and then of course, returning as Captain Jack is John Barrowman.
Yeah, I didn't like that
Bruce's
guy.
favorite. You know, that's Bruce's favorite.
I mean, I gather from hearing you guys talk that he's kind of a reoccurring character too, but he kind of like gave me like punch him in the face vibes.
He's a returning character, but he's not like every other episode.
He's a coxman.
He also starred in the spin-off of
he stars in Torchwood.
Thank
the
you.
Doctor Who spin-off.
I was going to say Rosewood, but I'm like, no, that's wrong. Because I know it's an anagram of Doctor Who. That's part of the fun.
Right? Yeah. Torchwood is an anagram of Doctor Who. And I love Torchwood. At some point, we'll probably dip our toe into Torchwood a little bit. There's a couple really great episodes in there. Most of them are good. There's a handful
so long as we stay in the UK, because
Harry says that at our current pace, we'll get to the library in about 900 years.
900 years, yeah, that sounds about right.
Actually, I think his timing is pretty much on target when it comes to
right. All right. So here's our code for those watching. I should have updated that a little bit. We're going to be starting at the 4154 mark. I had 4113 there, but it should be 4154. That's going to be the start of the next the episode for Dr. Dances. Go ahead and scan your QR code, and I'm going to give you a little time to move your.
Spoilers, Terry.
Terry. So if you guys are all set, I'm all set.
I'm good to go.
Good to go. Good
I
to
am
go.
set. I'm ready.
All
Give
right.
us a countdown.
Yep, I got the opening slide here. I'll give you a 5, 4, 3, 2, and start.
All right, we're getting a little bit of a recap here. Is that what's going on?
Yes. Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember that scene. I must have popped in a little late. I did. Not me. Get cooties. I bet they're going to show the dude turning.
Bulge 'em.
Honestly, this upcoming scene is like one of my favorites. I use it as a GIF all the time.
Yeah. Go to your room.
Yeah, that one.
Quick thinking.
And nobody thought to speak sternly to the children.
You can see on his face he
Or
didn't
the,
expect that to work.
All the others, they're like the parents that bribe their children with candy. They're like, "Go away, candy."
Here's the chocolate bar.
Would have been terrible last words.
It really would have.
I do agree. I think I would like this doctor a little more if he didn't dress like an Eastern European DJ.
Yeah, if he had put like some sort of flavor into his thing, into
A
his
little
outfit.
flair. A little flair would have been nice.
Yeah.
Little purple leopard skin jacket or something. What are you
Well, we don't want him dressing like Huggy Bear.
doing?
And just maybe a little neckerchief.
A little cravat.
Oh, that dude's really going home. He's like, "See ya."
Oh yeah.
That's a power move. He's putting his foot up on the desk. That's a power move, Sticks.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah,
Oh,
100%
I'll
power move.
have to try that at work. It won't work, but I'll try it.
That guy's
Spoilers.
hilarious.
That joke will pay off in 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Christina.
Gee,
Hey, Christina. Thanks for stepping in.
Now she's done it. She pissed off the Dursleys.
Seems a little uncomfortably aggressive.
Back in the house.
that thing is huge.
My screwdriver's bigger than yours.
Now we're talking. Well, would you like that?
Mhm.
So, Christina, does he sound like your mommy? No, I'm not your mommy. That kid has no clue who his mommy is. He's just asking everybody.
He does ask everybody. Terry.
I stumbled upon something, Sticks.
And what did you stumble upon? Tell him, girl.
That's another power move. I'm gonna take his shit.
That is the power move.
Yeah.
Wait, he's not human? Doctor Who's
No.
not human?
No,
He
he's a
is not
Time
human.
Lord.
What does he really look like?
Well, that's what he currently looks like.
Is he like a shapeshifter?
We will have to show them a transition episode eventually.
That was my plan for next week.
Yeah.
God.
Always carry a banana.
Good source of potassium.
Was one of them in a wheelchair?
Probably.
Yeah.
There she is.
I don't know how nobody broke an ankle.
Starting to like this guy. Oh, Jesus.
Kid needs typing glasses.
Do the thinking then.
I don't think we want the one typing on the typewriter to do the thinking.
Yeah.
Is he typing, "Are you my mom"?
Are you my mummy?
I like that
That's not
he straightened the radio right side up because that's how sound works. You know,
right.
you want to make sure the speaker's right side up.
Well, only to find out the plug was not even plugged in. Like,
You're gonna kill some Nazis.
Sadly, not this episode.
no, not this episode.
He's older than Yoda. Sticks, are they gonna dance?
Close your mouth.
I don't know. I might fall for it too. Who knows? A bare ass balloon.
A barrage balloon.
A barrage balloon? Is that like a bomb balloon or balloon thing?
Yeah, the Zeppelin. The old spice junk.
Everybody else is just playing around. This little girl's the only one trying to get something done. You think she's like Bachelorette or something?
2 years of my life, no idea what I did. Over there doesn't trust me. For all I know, he's right not to. Okay, we're good to go. Crash site. Does he work? Feeling any better? General, would Jenkins from keep an eye on her?
Not in here, not with him.
Shouldn't have broken in here if you didn't want to stay.
You don't understand. Not with him.
This is a restricted area, miss. Just sit here for a bit. I'm going to have to ask you a few questions. Found Asa. Very professional. A little bit too professional. Didn't just drop in by accident then, did you?
My little brother died here. I wanted to find out what killed him.
Take the men, check the fence for any other breaches, and search the area. She may not have come here alone. Yes, sir.
Please, listen, you can't leave me here.
Watch her, Jenkins. Yes, Mummy. Jenkins. Sorry. So, I don't know what's the matter with me.
Lock me up, fine, but not here. Please, anywhere but here.
We'll be all right.
Too bad.
What's the matter with you?
Please, let me go.
Why would I do that?
Because you got a scar.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Terry. I think Rose is always thinking about
I feel
sex.
like you're going to be sick, like something's forcing its way up your throat. I know because I've seen it before.
What's happening to me?
In a minute, you won't be you anymore. You won't even remember you. And unless you let me go, it's going to happen to me too. Please.
What are you talking about?
What's your mother's name?
Matilda.
You got a wife? Wife's name? You got kids? What's your name? Please, let me go. It's too late for you. I'm sorry, but please let me go.
What's your name?
Here it comes. Ah,
There it is. Man, they've got algae on you. What's me for? Gotta get past.
The words distract the guard heading in my general direction.
I don't think that'd be such a good idea.
Fine, I can handle it.
Got to know algae quite well since I've been in town. Trust me. You're not his type. I'll distract him.
Oh my. Oh my.
Don't wait up.
I
Very
think she
cheeky.
finds that even more intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps the
Mhm.
51st century guy, just a bit more flexible when it comes to dance.
How flexible.
Well, by his time, you lot spread out across half the galaxy.
Meaning?
So many species, so little time.
What? That's what we do when we get out there. That's our mission. We seek new life and
Bone 'em.
You have to admit that's actually believable.
Tiger, doesn't hang it.
Sure.
Come on, me. Aljo's supporting me. Come on, me. It's me, Jack. Jack. Are you my mummy?
Can
He
be.
doesn't fancy a shag.
Yeah, I could hit him so much quicker than that other dude.
Stay back! You men, stay away! The effect's becoming airball. Accelerate.
it's keeping us safe.
Nothing. Oh, here they come again.
You say a bomb was gonna
Every time I
land
ask a
here.
question, the answer sticks.
The contaminant's airborne now. There's hours left. For what? For nothing. Forever. The entire
Amazing how that happens.
downstairs singing.
I see
Like they're listening to
blood
you.
moths.
The cradle will rock. The bough breaks, the cradle will fall. Down will come baby, cradle and all.
Sings it to sleep.
Bye, babe, on the treetops. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock.
See? Just an ambulance.
That's an ambulance. It's hard to explain. From another world.
They've been trying to get in. Of course they are. They think they've got their hands on Hitler's latest secret weapon. What are you doing?
Good job trying, I guess.
Singing down to the studio, but it had nothing to do with it. Didn't happen last time. The house crashed last time. The emergency protocol.
What is that? Mummy? Doctor!
Captain, secure those gates. Why? Just do it. Nancy, how did you get in here?
Cut the wire.
Show rolls. Set it 2,428 gates. Reattaches barbed wire. Go!
Who are you? Who are any of you? I can't believe me if I told you. You just told me that was an ambulance from another world. There are people running around with gas mask heads calling for their mummies, and the sky's full of Germans dropping bombs on me. Tell me, do you think there's anything left I couldn't believe? With time travelers from the future. Mad you are. We're the time Seriously.
I'll believe it. I'll believe it.
All
You're
right.
mad.
Got a time travel machine. I believe ya. Believe anything, me.
Oh, believe you.
What future? Nancy, this isn't the end. I know how it looks. It's not the end of the world. How can you say that? Look at it. Listen to me. I was born in the city. I'm from here in like 50 years' time. From here, I'm a Londoner. From your future. But you're not. German.
But you're a whore.
Nancy.
Yeah.
Wow.
They don't.
Did I?
Don't tell anyone I told you so. Do you know
Did
what?
they? Did they forget how to shut their mouth in the future?
We win.
It's empty. Look at it. What do you expect in a Tula medical transport? Bandages? Cough drops? Rose?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Nanogenes.
It wasn't empty, Captain. There was enough nanogenes in there to rebuild the species. Oh, God. We're getting it now, are we? When the ship crashes, the nanogenes escape. Billions upon billions of them. Ready to fix all the cuts and bruises in the whole world. But what they find first is a dead child. Probably killed earlier that night and wearing a gas mask.
And they brought it back to life. They can do that.
What's life? Life's easy. A quirk of matter, nature's way of keeping meat fresh. Nothing to a nanogene. One problem, though. These nanogenes, they're not like the ones on your ship. This lot have never seen a human being before. Don't know what a human being's supposed to look like. All they've got to go on is one little body, and there's not a lot left. But they carry right on. They do what they're programmed to do. They patch it up. Can't tell what's gas mask and what's skull, but they do their
It's
best.
like in Jason X.
Off they go. But you see, now I think they know what people should look like, and it's time to fix all the rest. And they won't ever stop. They won't ever stop. The entire human race is going to be torn down and rebuilt in the form of one terrified child looking for its mother, and nothing in the world can stop it. I didn't know.
Sticks, I know it's way too much to ask, but
Yeah, go ahead.
we get a Thriller dance or something from these.
Yeah.
Not quite a Thriller dance. Though I'm sure we could probably find like an, off the scenes or behind the scenes type thing.
Yeah.
Our troops.
They are now. This is a battlefield ambulance. Analogy, it's not just fix you up. They get you ready for the front line. Equip you, program you.
Why the child's so strong? Why did he do that framing thing?
Fully equipped. Shula warrior, yes. All our weapons taken in the hands of an hysterical 4-year-old. Looking for his mummy. And now there's an army of them. Where have they attacked? Good little soldiers, waiting for their commander. The child.
Jamie.
What?
Not the child. Jamie. So how long until the bomb falls?
Any second. The man, Captain. Bit close to the volcano for you.
He's just a little boy.
I know.
He's just a little...
I don't know.
It's my fault.
No.
It is. It's all my fault.
How can it be your fault?
Mummy, mummy.
About bloody time you caught on.
Nancy, what age are you? 20? 21? Older than you look, yes?
Yes.
Doctor, that bomb, we got sick.
That little girl's 21.
Now you
Yeah.
guys, and that comes
Yeah.
back online. Gonna take too long to override the protocols. So it's volcano day. Do what you've got to do.
Jack.
How old are you, 5 years?
It's a horrible sound effect.
Old enough to give birth, anyway. He's not your brother, is he? Teenage single mother in 1941. So you hid. You lied. You even lied to him.
Are you my mummy?
He's gonna keep asking, Nancy. He's never gonna stop.
Mummy.
Tell him. Nancy, the future of the human race is in your hands. Trust me. And tell him.
Are you my mummy?
Nancy spreads easier than jam on toast.
Mummy. Are you my mummy?
What?
Might not have been her choice.
I am your mummy. Mummy? Are you my mummy? Are you my mummy?
I think he's looking for a yes, girl.
Just understand. There's not enough of it left.
I am your mummy. I will always be your mummy. I am so sorry. What's happening? Everything has changed now.
Shh. Come on, please. Come on, you clever little nanogenes. Figure it out. She's the mother. It's gotta be enough information. Figure it out.
What's happening?
See? Recognizing the same DNA. Oh, come on. Give me a day like this. Give me this one. Welcome back.
What if all the other people take their mask off and look like?
Analogies recognize the superior information for parent DNA. They can change you because you changed them. All I know best.
Doctor, that bomb.
Taking care of it.
How?
Psychology. Doctor! Good man! The bomb's already commenced.
Lighting the bomb.
Safely as you can.
I could,
Goodbye.
Dress him up as Harley Quinn.
with my hot cock for so long.
Just like Harley Quinn and all those comic covers. He's proud of himself.
What are you doing?
Software patch. Gonna email you upgrade. You have moves rolls? I'll give you moves. Everybody lives, Rose. Just this once. Everybody lives. Dr. Constantine never left his patients. Back on your feet, Constant Doctor. The world doesn't want to get by without you just yet. I don't blame him one bit. These are your patients. All better now. Yes, yes. It seems. There also seem to be standing around in a disused railway station. Is there any particular reason for that? Yeah, well, cutbacks. Listen, whatever's wrong with you in the past, you're probably going to find that they cured it. Just tell them the great doctor. Don't make a big thing. Okay.
Dr. Constantine.
Mrs. Harder, how much better you are looking?
My legs grown back. When I come to the hospital, I had one leg.
Well, as a warlord, isn't possible you was counted. Right, you lot!
He was counted.
German, save the world! Don't forget the welfare state! Setting this to self-destruct, soon as everybody's clear. History says there was an explosion. Who am I to argue with history?
Usually the first in line.
The nanocheats will clean up the mess without all the tragedies over too. Nancy and Jamie will go to Dr. Constantine for help. Ditto. All in all things considered, fantastic.
You beaming away like your father does.
Who says I'm not rid bicycle when you were 12?
What?
And everybody lives, bro. Everybody lives. I need more dead bodies.
Doctor,
Go on, that's me. I'm on fire!
what about Jack? Why did you say goodbye?
Okay, computer. How long can we keep the bomb in stasis?
Stasis decaying at 90% cycle. Detonation in 3 days.
Can we jettison it?
Any attempt to jettison the device will precipitate detonation. 100% probability.
We can stick it in an escape pod.
There is no escape pod on board.
You see the flaw in that? I'll get in the escape pod.
There is no escape pod on board.
Did you check everywhere?
Affirmative.
Under the sink!
Affirmative.
I would keep my escape pods under the sink.
Absolutely.
Exactly how dead am I?
Termination of Captain Jack Harkness in under 2 minutes. 100% probability.
Thanks. Good to know the numbers.
You're welcome.
Okay then. Think we better
You gotta think, this was before Siri.
417.
Yep.
Affirmative.
A little too much vermouth. See if I come here again. Funny thing. Last time I was sentenced to death, I ordered 4 hyper vodkas for my breakfast. A bit of a blur after that. Woke up in bed with both my executioners. Lovely couple. They stayed in touch. Can't say that
Oh,
about
boy.
most executioners. Anyway,
Any poor hole in a storm.
I got the computer. Be great.
Well, hurry up there.
What's going on back there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna close the door.
Dancing Claude.
The door, will you? Your ship's about to blow up. It's going to be a trap. Welcome to the TARDIS. Much bigger on the inside. Better be.
I think what the doctors try and say is, you be good in.
Rose, I've just remembered.
What?
I can dance. I can dance.
Actually, Doctor, I thought Jack might like this dance.
I'm sure he would, Rose. I'm absolutely certain. Who is? And I was having such a nice day.
All right.
According to intelligence.
You can pause it there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so that's the end of Dr. Dances. We got get into our spot here.
Oh my God. Daytime. Sorry. I'm seeing the preview for the next episode. It's
Oh, yeah,
actually,
I think
it's
somehow I
actually
jumped ahead of you
daylight.
guys.
Yeah, I know. That episode is very dark.
Yes, no. Sometimes they do have episodes in the daytime, and
Mhm.
you know, some episodes aren't even on Earth. So
I figured they just kept them dark because it's cheaper and easier to hide imperfections in effects and makeup and stuff like that.
That's probably true as well. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. So, what did we think of this week's episode? And if you want to just do this episode or both as a whole, if from last
Either or.
week and this week.
I think I've had my fill of this doctor.
Okay.
Uh,
Fair enough.
his all shucks is just a little too much for me.
Okay.
I do think there are a couple more episodes we do need to catch of this Doctor, just for understanding purposes.
Yeah.
I'm good with a circle back, but I think
Mhm,
I think
a
I need
circle
I
back,
think I need a palate cleanser.
Oh yeah.
All right. Jedi?
I mean, I enjoyed the episode. It was good. I'll give both of them like I don't know. I give it like 7.5 or 8. I mean, for what it was, I thought it was pretty good. I don't know anything about any of the other doctors, so I don't know if I've had enough of this doctor yet, or if I will, 3 doctors from now, if I'll be looking back like longing for the days of this doctor. I have no idea what.
Well, that's kind of why I also want to get another feel for another doctor, because I don't want to get too entrenched with this doctor yet
Mhm.
and have this be my cemented vision of Doctor Who as the one I have to compare to all the other ones that I see. I'd rather.
Yeah, I don't know. Captain Jack, are we going to get a lot of Captain Jack? Looks like, I mean, obviously he didn't die, so. Is there going to be this will they, won't they with Captain Jack and Rose, or is it I don't know. Rose
Or Captain Jack and the Doctor.
Yeah.
the Doctor, whatever
that's,
floats his boat.
Yeah, that's really the last episode we get with Jack until the season finale.
Yeah.
So
Well, he was in I think I jumped ahead of you guys a little bit because I was actually watching the upcoming what's coming up next, and he was in the next episode, I thought, unless something's out of order there.
I think he is in a couple episodes, but we do misplace him for. I think we misplace him for a bit.
yeah, he's not in the. As far as I can remember, he's not in the very next episode. Maybe he is.
Okay.
Mm.
It's been a while since I've seen that episode. That's not
Honestly,
one of
the next episode is not one of my favorites.
my, and it's not one of my favorites either. I love what's her name that plays the lead character there. That's on the newspaper there.
Mhm.
But
The mayor.
yeah, Yeah, that episode is it's a pass by episode. If you,
It felt more filler than
It's
anything.
filler. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, it's a filler. It is a filler episode.
I guess I will have to ask Mama Bear and Styx, as you two are the Whovillians of this process here. Where do you rate this doctor in the pantheon of doctors? Since it's Jedi and I's first, exposure to any doctor, really.
Mhm.
Where do you all place this guy in the spectrum of doctors?
He's not my top 5. I would say he's probably not even in my top 10 for probably bottom 3 or 4. Really, I mean,
He's-
this is
he's
the only
mid.
season. This is the only season we get with him, so it's
Mhm.
I don't want to say it's unfair, but it's we don't get as much of a palette like we do with some of the other ones, because a lot of the other doctors are there for like 3 or 4 years.
Are we going to lose Rose if we get a new doctor? I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
No, she's
Oh,
next one.
yeah, she stays on. We'll see what happens
for a while.
next week. We'll show the finishing section of him, and then we're going to move into Tenet.
Mhm.
That makes me happy because I like David Tennant a lot as an actor.
Yeah. And I
If I
haven't
remember
picked
correctly,
the
the finale is a 2-parter though.
the next one is a 2-parter, but I'm just gonna do like the final 15 minutes of that episode.
Okay.
I don't think you need to watch the whole thing just to know the gist of what's happening at the end. Really, what happens at the end is the meat and bones of that, why they're there,
Mhm.
or why we're
Makes
there.
me a little
really.
nervous, Sticks. I will bow to your knowledge of Doctor Who, but
And
the completionist in me is screaming now, like, what? You want me to miss something?
Well, I'm
Right.
guessing as most finales are, you basically have the end of your arc, and then the last 10 minutes of that episode is really the beginning of the next arc for the next season.
in some ways, yeah. So I will tell you, next week will be a little longer of an episode, because we'll have one episode, and then the ending of the episode with Echo Stick. So-
Come to think about it, no, Jack does stick around for a while because he was on the TV station with them.
He's on the, but I don't think he's not in.
He's not in all of them, but yeah.
He reminds me of what's that? I'm terrible with names. What's the name of that sci-fi western everybody likes? Firefly or something like that? Is that
Firefly. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Firefly. He reminds me of the captain in what's his name?
in
The
some
actor
ways.
guy. He
Nathan-
kind of reminds
Nathan
me of
Fillion?
that character.
Yeah, Nate Fillion. Yeah,
Nick Fillion. Yeah.
Yeah, the acting was a little better in Firefly.
it is. Yeah, I love Firefly. I always hated the fact that it only got one season.
hmm
So
Yeah, but we got a movie out of it. We got Serenity out of it. So
Yeah, we did get the movie. Yeah, which is decent.
Let's see, I'm not as familiar with a lot of the older Doctor Who doctors
Okay.
as Styx is. But for I think it's safe to say that I wouldn't quite say top 5, but in the same respect, he is the Doctor that brought the Doctor back. So that is always something that is going to hold regard, even if he
Absolutely.
didn't come back for the anniversary.
I'm not
No,
afraid
but-
of homework, Terry. I just, I mean, if Sticks told me, hey, I need you guys to watch like the first episode, and we're only gonna, I would be more than happy to do that. I would do that.
I mean,
you
and-
guys,
and if
the audience runs the risk of missing some comedy gold from me and Joe if we do that. Because
right,
God knows
Right.
what we're gonna what we're going to see and feel compelled to comment on. But I'd be happy to do that offline.
I don't think like doing the like last 15 minutes, and if the chat and you guys want to eventually cycle back to what leads up to that, I think that would definitely be worth doing.
Yeah, the reason I say do the last 15 minutes because it's a good way to show how we get to the next.
That we get to
That's
a
all.
couple things.
Well, yeah, well, couple more things, or how we got to where we're at. But
Is the transition from doctor to doctor a fixed process, or is it always something different that leads to?
no,
The next
I would
doctor.
say it's a fixed process. It's always
Okay.
the same, in the same way. Yeah. So the how he gets to that point might be different, but what happens at that moment is always the same.
Okay.
The effects that we see that we'll wind up seeing during the transition, that's something that I know comes in with some of the later doctors of the original set, because they didn't have that between 1 and 2, or a couple. I'm not even sure about 2 and 3.
So the way they and I could talk about it next week. The way they do it in the newer series is much different than the way they did it in the older series.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Terry,
100%.
I'm incredibly gullible, so you say stuff like this, and I'm going to be saying, "What? Really?"
All right. So, Mama Bear, I don't think. I know you've talked, but go ahead.
This is again for me one of the iconic episodes. The 1 and 2. I've said it a few times. One of the top 10 villains that the for lack of a better term, the empty children.
Yeah.
And they resonate with you, and that the war setting as well, that is something that I do love. I love to watch that stuff.
Right.
And again, Captain Jack, you can't help but love him.
Yeah, I always liked his character. I will say that I got the chance, I got a chance to meet Jack or John Barrowman over the summer here at our local con, and really, really funny guy. He's a
Try to
comedian.
have sex with you.
No, he did not try to have sex with me.
He actually is in a committed relationship with a lovely gentleman.
Mhm.
So
He was very nice. He took time to talk to everybody that was in his line and everything like that. So hands off to him. I won't get into all the things surrounding him and the show, but for all intents and purposes, him on the show has been great. Is great, and I hope at some point in the newer show, the newer doctors that we have going now, I'd like to see him come back.
that would be wonderful.
I will say this, and I don't know if it was just a matter of this particular show and just the timing just happened to work out the way it did. And I think Styx and Mama Bear were probably biting their lips, not answering some of my questions, because a couple of questions, probably 2 or 3 questions that I asked out loud, the show answered them within like 30 seconds after I asked.
Yeah. Well, that's the kind of. It feels like that's the kind of show it is. It doesn't give you a chance to figure things out. It just explains everything to you like you're a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the story, absolutely. Once you got that question in your head, like, why is this and that? So, and then they'll almost immediately, like the Jedi said, explain to you. Now, I told you I was going to come back to the gas mask. So, as we saw in the episode, the nanotech
Energies.
they fixed the child using the information from the DNA from its mother. So when it comes upon the child, and and he's dead on the ground, and they try to fix him, and he's got the gas mask on, that's how they think he's supposed to be. So when they go to fix him, they leave that as part of him because they think that's part of him. They don't know the difference between it being just a mask as opposed to being part of the child.
Yeah,
that
we figured that out.
Okay. I wanted to say it because I said I was going to say it.
Yeah.
Again.
But
Thanks,
I
Jedi.
will say, this goes back to what I said before, since you brought that up. One of the questions I had was, okay, so now that they've merged the mom and the son's genetic properties or design,
You did say that.
do the nanotechs think everybody is supposed to look like that now? And I made the comment, are they all going to take off their mask and look like the little boy now because that's what the nanotechs thought? And within like 30 seconds, and I assume they did this, it was by design because the creators or whoever the writers of the show thought maybe people would think that are, screwed up like me. He did that little, abracadabra, I'm going to like send out an update or whatever the hell he did. And in my little brain, I'm like, oh, okay, so that fixed that. He made it so that the nanobites or whatever know that not everybody's identical, that they need to look at their own DNA, their host or whatever, and work from there.
Right.
I don't know if they did that by design or if it just happened to work out piece that way together in my head, but anyway.
Right. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, of course you get
Go
the one lady who started
Showed
out
up with one
showing up with one leg. Now she's got back to two, but
Was she in the very beginning of the episode? Because I missed that.
She's one of the ones on the bed.
Okay.
Yeah, she's one of the ones on the bed.
She was probably the one in the wheelchair.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm excited to get to Tenet because for me the show in and of itself is corny, which is fine. That's the vibe of the show. There's a certain corniness to the humor and yuck to it and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see Tennant, who I feel is a superb actor, take that type of material and see if it elevates it for me to a different level.
I'm very interested, and I say this a little tongue in cheek. I'm very interested in what I call the Mudmen, Sticks Nose, whatever character they are. I'm very interested in that because I want to know: are they a significant part of the Doctor Who universe, or is it like the Ice Cream Man in Empire Strikes Back is just in there for like that, and people like Sticks latch onto it and just like make it this huge, like iconic, like culture thing, and it's really just like a tiny little piece of the. Don't tell me. I want to find out on my own. But
okay.
I'm just kind of curious because obviously there's action figures and stuff for it, so I'm just wondering.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mama.
You know what I think would be a good episode for next week after we watch the 15 minutes is Twilight. The planet.
The vampire.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, not the vampire movie.
I thought you were talking about the vampire movie. I was like,
you mean
No.
Midnight? You mean Midnight?
Yes, Planet Midnight. Yeah.
Yeah, Midnight. Yeah.
I keep getting jumbled in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the train.
That's definitely one of the ones that I would have shown. I don't know if it would be next. I'll have to look in that first season, make sure there's nothing I want to.
Because it's got a distinctly different flair to it than what we see with
absolutely.
Nicholson.
And that's even that episode is very Twilight Zone-esque or
oh yeah.
What was the other show?
That's almost right out of Twilight Zone.
Yeah. What was the other show? Outer Limits. The Outer Limits. Yeah. I think there's actually an episode in Outer Limits kind of similar to it.
It does mirror a Twilight Zone episode that I believe William Shatner was in.
Okay.
I know for Christmas this year I'm getting Jedi a Rose action figure.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
I don't know if the mouth will be open, but
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the action figure to see if the mouth is open.
all right. So
That was fun.
that was good. I'm glad to see that you guys are continuing to enjoy. At any point that you guys want to go back and watch it for yourself, this first season. Obviously, I'm not going to get to every. We're not going to get to every episode in this season because I'm kind of jumping around to kind of push forward so we can get into more doctors quicker. But if you've been liking it, and this goes for those watching too, go back and watch some of the other episodes because there are good episodes. Some are, obviously, like we said, the next one after this one is kind of a filler episode, but I think it's still worthy of watching.
Mhm.
There's a couple things that we skip that it kind of
There's a lot. There's
know.
There's a bunch of episodes that have seemingly throwaway things that become
Yeah.
very important to the last episode.
Yeah. It's not an overing arc that you get, but you get like a sprinkle of this and that in an episode that connects to where we're going at the end of the season.
Mhm.
It's not like it's serialized. Sometimes it is a little bit when you get the two parters, but on overall, it's not serialized. Everything in and of itself, but there's always something in there in this season that
Leads to the bigger story.
leads to the bigger story of the season finale. So
I've been enjoying them so far. It's not necessarily my cup of tea, but I've watched enough British crap that I can sit through anything British and I'm okay with it.
yeah, I mean, you sit through Red Dwarf, so you should be able to
And I'm a big Farscape fan, so I get the kind of yuck kind of comedy in a sci-fi show like that.
That's another good one.
I mean, I'm a huge Farscape. I love Farscape.
Yeah, Farscape.
It's one of my favorites.
This
But,
is the where we get to see Rose and Cassandra.
Like I said, the tone is it's a little yuck
right.
and corny. I'm just the corny level. I could live a little less of the corny level, but like I said, that's why I'm waiting to see how a different doctor handles it, and maybe that kind of feels different.
Unless it's like Galactica, there's always like some stuff in sci-fi where that doesn't really take itself 100% seriously. You get that even in Star Trek, where you'll have your straight-laced episode, and then the next episode will have like some kind of comedy act, to it with like in Next Generation, like with Data or something.
Yeah, like they're doing Sherlock Holmes on the
right. Something odd, out of the ordinary that you probably shouldn't be in Star Trek, but they throw it in there, and it ends up being a really great episode, even though it's
actually Sherlock Holmes is canon to Star Trek. Actually,
it is canon to Star Trek. So, all right. So next week, same Sticks time at 9 p.m. We'll be doing another episode, and I'll come up with that episode during the week. It will be a little longer because we'll have that little bit at the beginning, but for the most part, it'll be about an hour and a half. I think that's a pretty good
that's doable
timeline for an episode. So I don't have too much more to say. Anyone else got anything to add in?
No, it's been fun.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching Thor and Terry in the chat.
Yeah, Terry, I do want to shout out Terry. Terry, thank you for stopping in and being in the chat for the episode and commenting along. I do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So, I guess until next week, have a good week, and we'll see you guys again. think I'm going to pop in on TAC tomorrow. Friday night, we'll all be on the we'll be on the qualified on Friday nights.
Yep.
I have my wrestling show Thursday night with Matt over at Absolute Geek. Saturday there will be an SNS this Saturday,
There you go.
and
Your WrestleMania watch party did pretty good.
it did good. I enjoyed that. I wish we could have done the second night, but I was driving, so it wouldn't have worked because I can't watch and comment at the same time.
I'm actually, not to prolong I know we're getting ready to wrap this up. I'm actually glad that I won't be, you guys have your wrestling show on Thursday, so you guys can talk about the wrestling, because there's some things I want to talk about on Friday. I don't know if we're going to, maybe we'll do it at the beginning of the show. There's some things I want to talk. Like I told you guys, that was the first WrestleMania I've watched in years, and a lot of us.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were in our chat there. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but there's some things I want to comment on that I as someone who watched it religiously back a long time ago in the age of Stone Cold and all that, and then hasn't watched it probably in over a decade, and then watched it. I had some comments, but we'll do that Friday, time permitting. Maybe at the beginning of the show we'll do that.
Absolutely.
But I'll let you guys do your Thursday thing first, because that's where all the real good info is going to come from. The real insight is going to come from Thursday.
Thursday's
not
our
from what this idiot
recap
has to say.
show. I'm going to go over. I do the points game, so I'm going to go over who won our points game for the each night and then for the weekend. So all right, we're going to hit the end. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Spoilers.
Take care.